Waking up at 4 a.m. for some reason sounds super cool and impressive right now. Ooh, he's very productive.
He's got his sleep dialed in.
That guy right there is on top of his.
The truth is, it's just not true, my friends, because whilst now I do see some benefits of waking up at this time every day, the reason I started doing it in the first place is actually quite the opposite to those things that I've just said. So 2 years ago when my wife was pregnant, I was having the hardest time of my life. I was having super bad bouts of insomnia. When I did sleep, I was waking up at night with these fucking erratic heart palpitations, anxiety, sweating, even a couple of times when I woke up with what I would describe as an impending sense of doom. If you do any sort of Google self-diagnosis, which is the worst thing you can do in the world, you'll find that that is a sign of an imminent heart attack. A few months later, when my baby girl was born, I realised, still suffering from a little bit of that insomnia, I needed to make a couple of changes to my lifestyle. You see, there are two things that I love more than anything else in life. Number one is spending time with my family. I don't want to be away from them 1 second more than I have to be. And the second most important thing in my life is my training. Now, training might be disposable for some. It might not play an important role in some people's lives, but for me, it keeps me focused, it keeps me motivated, it keeps me mentally strong. And most of all, it keeps me intense. I want to keep that intensity, and that is why I do not want to let up when it comes to my training schedule. What has this got to do with waking up at 4 a.m, you're probably thinking? Everything actually, because I am presented with a situation where I don't want to sacrifice time with my family, but I want to keep my training schedule going the way it is. Waking up at 4 a.m. to get your day started is not that big a deal when you know your purpose. The first thing you need to do is find out what that purpose is. Why are you doing it? Do you need to wake up at that time? Number two, you have to make sure that that purpose is something that you want enough. If you don't want it, maybe you'll do it for a day, maybe you'll do it for a week, but you won't do it long term. Days when you wake up and it's cold, it's wet, it's windy outside, you're gonna give up. Look outside the window and you think to yourself, you know what? Not today, Bobby.
Not up in here!
You might be listening to this thinking, so what's your purpose? What, go into the gym? No, my stupid friend, you stupid idiot. Have you not been listening to a word I say? If going to the gym was my priority, if that was my purpose, I would not be going at 4 a.m. I would be going later in the day with a good day of nutrition in me, feeling wide awake. I wouldn't be getting up, riding there in the rain, riding there in the cold. No. My purpose is to maximize the time that I have available to spend with my family. My goal is to make sure that the free time I have is 100% dedicated to them. Now, in order to give them the best version of me, I need to continue training. I need to stay focused. I need to stay intense. And that is why I go to the gym at that time, because I know that that will have greater negative effects on me in the long term if I sack it off. So I go to the gym, I do the training whilst they are sleeping. And the most logical time to do that is at 4 a.m. Even if I wake up and it's snowing outside, it's windy, it's raining, I'm looking at my phone and it says -33. I could say, fuck this, and maybe one day, 2 days, maybe I will do that. But if you do that consistently, it becomes easier and easier, because sometimes in winter, it's cold quite a lot. It's rainy quite a lot. You can't count on the fact that if you cancel things today, if you sack it off today, tomorrow's going to be any different. And if I were to sack it off, I'd be then left with two clear choices. Number one, not train, stop training, sacrifice my training. Or number two, sacrifice time with my family. I don't really want to do either of those, and that is what gets me up in the morning. That is why when the alarm goes off and my body's aching and I just want to go back to sleep, I get myself up, I creep around the house so I don't wake anyone up, I go get on my little bicycle outside, and I go and get done. That is how you get up at that time. You find your purpose, you find your goal, but then you don't focus on just that. You give yourself 2 or 3 equally unappealing options. You reframe it to emphasize the importance on getting up and getting this done early, so that when you're tired later on in the day after a long day of work, you're not going to sacrifice the work that you need to do. It's already done. You identify the purpose, once you identify the benefits, once you look at what the cons are and you see that the benefits outweigh the cons, getting up at that time is going to be no problem whatsoever. Getting the alarm, getting yourself out of bed, sneaking around the house, that's the easy part when you know that the reason you're doing it is going to be worth it in the long run. That is it for this one, guys. Thanks as always for watching. If you can support the channel in any way whatsoever, I'd really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment, etc. And until next time, bye bye.